Hello, sister friends. So good to see you all. I'm excited to be here, as well as Sunny and Cher. We welcome you. I know some people said they wanted me to start singing on that intro. My microphone is muted. I wonder if I can unmute it during the time. I haven't looked into that yet. I was looking into putting an audio track on with it, but I haven't gotten that far. Baby steps, baby steps. I'm just happy to have Sunny and Cher here with us, gracing us with their presence. Anyone who's new and not as familiar with Sister Wives, Sunny and Cher, very significant in Kody's life. When they divorced, it wrecked him. No say. Let me say hello to some people in the chat. All right. Oh, we have a gazillion people here in the chat. Hello, Kay O'Brien, number 1 in the chat. Vixen was number 3. Mustang Sally was number 7. Hello, everybody. Lynn Skinner, thank you for being here and moderating. I appreciate you. She has our rules in here. Please be nice to each other. Watch your language. No politics. And have fun, everybody. Let's have a great live. Okay. Hi, JL Carpenter. Joni, hi. Carol Davis, hello. Rachel Saker, hello. Mama Squirrel, good to see you. Says my mom saw Kody while I was watching the show and she recoiled rather quickly. I mean, what if you just suddenly saw him, right? I mean, because he sort of looks like a cartoon character of some sort. Crazy. Okay. Hi, Nicole. What are we going to talk about until it comes back? Oh, I'm sure we'll have plenty of stuff. No worries. My guess, they have not had any, not that that's going to be a whole lot to talk about, but they haven't had any of the, what are they calling them? Those bonus scene episodes, More to Love. Those More to Love episodes. After the first 4 episodes, then they dropped 4 More to Love episodes all on at the same time. And then after episode number 8, they dropped the next 4 all at the same time. So it was like 4 episodes all at the same day. And then that's been it. After episode 8, we've had no more to Love episodes. So I'm thinking maybe during this hiatus, they're going to give us some More to Love episodes. I also don't think it's going to be very long. And I have nothing other than my own speculation to say that on, but and I want to know what you guys think in terms of how long of a second spring season do you think it's going to be? I know it said mid-season break. I don't know that it's necessarily mid-season. I'm feeling it's a pre-post Garrison type situation. But that's just my guess. But also, and I could be completely wrong, they could leave him out of this entire season and do something at the end, kind of like they did the wedding episodes with Christine. That's a possibility as well. Also, keep in mind that last year, there were 4 one-on-one episodes, 2 talkbacks and 2 lookbacks. I thought there were actually 4 talkbacks, but there weren't. I went back and I was in my channel and I was organizing and making sure everything was coded correctly, and there were 2. So that's 8 episodes of just extra, like after the season ended. If they just added 2 more than that, that's 10 right there. So we're 20 episodes in. They could do another 10 and really catch us up, and then have 10 episodes and call that, because it would still be 10 episodes. That's my guess. That's what they're going to do. And I would think the ratings were really good on those one-on-ones and talkbacks and lookbacks. And I don't know, maybe I'm the only channel saying it, but I've been shouting from the rooftops, please give us more of these talkback episodes. The lookback, it was fine, whatever, don't need to see them reflecting back on the previous episode highlights. Now, if they were going to go back and just do a complete rewatch of the entire series or something, that'd be one thing. But other than that, I would be more than happy, though, to watch them do a full rewatch of this season. I think that would be amazing, rather than just episode 1 and episode finale, whatever it's going to be, which is what we got last year. But those were so good. That was good content. And I would think that TLC is on top of that, and they're on the pulse of the people. I'm not sure what people are saying out there, because I'm not on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, but like, I'm not following the Sister Wives stuff. And then on Facebook, I occasionally come across stuff on Reddit, but I don't post on it. I don't talk on it. I certainly don't talk on Facebook. If I were to come across something on there, I don't even have TikTok anymore. What else? So like, unless they're watching this channel, they're not getting my opinion. They should be watching this channel. I've got over 20,000 subscribers, for crying out loud. And sister friends are the best viewers ever, most informed as well. All right. Anyway, I digress. Let me say hello to some more people. Who got me off topic there? Was that Nicole? Nicole, I blame you. Okay. Mama Squirrel, I saw you already. Let's see. Susan Priestley's here. Hello, Susan, from Brisbane, Australia. Yay. We have lots of Australia represented. And the whole continent is represented, like all the way around. Because I swear we had people from Perth. So that would be all the way west. And I know we've had definitely Melbourne and Sydney and Queens. I can't think of the rest of the word. Queensland? Is it up there by the like reef area there? Anyway, yeah, so many cities in Australia represented. This is really big in Australia. What if I took a trip there, if I could write it off my taxes? Your country's just too big. I can't justify a meet and greet because everybody's so far away from each other. I'd have to travel the whole country. Oh, well, maybe I should. It'd be fun, though. I love it. All right. Okay, who else is here? I'll say hi to a few more people, and then I will hop into it. Tina Sims is here. I should be clicking on these. I'm back in the wagon here. Elizabeth Murphy, hello. Good to see you. Jelly Ugandan Knuckles 2. Hey, y'all. Tina Sims. Saw you already. Elizabeth Murphy. Rogue is here. Hi, Rogue. Going Rogue. Who's your lady? Hello, Indiana. I'm assuming you're in Indiana. Ashley. Hello, Ashley Casey. It's me, Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Diana Gonzalez. Hi. Hi, South Carolina. Okay. Oh, Rachel Skeeter, you're in Canada. Oh, Canada. Shell Bell, hello. New to the live. Well, welcome. We're a friendly gang. Feel free to join in and chat as much as you want. Laura Bondurant, hello. Good to see you again. Rosamond Harris, hi. Sam Stewart's here, hello. Marie Hickson's here, hello. A lot of regulars. Myra Hall Richards, hello. Welcome, Myra Hall Richards. I think that's the first time I've seen you in the chat. Trish Kearns, hi. Did you hear what? Tell me more, Trish. Twyla's here. Hi, Twyla. Good to see you again. Oh, 63 in southern New Mexico. What a dream. We had we've had a little reprieve where it hasn't been quite so cold. It kind of got cold again today, but a little reprieve. But it was like really, really, really cold. And I was talking to my daughter yesterday, today, I think it was Sunday. And she's in Tennessee and I'm in Ohio. And I'm like, what is that sound? When I was talking to her, and she said, "Oh, it's amaretto, which is the name of her cat. As you know, my favorite drink. Really, the only drink I drink. Not much of a drinker. My bottle of Di Serrano amaretto will last me 365 days. But I'll have it next year for New Year's Eve if we do it live again. So I only drink it in social. I don't drink alone. There you go. Okay. I'm getting myself off track. Oh, so my daughter was saying, "Oh, that's the birds." I'm like, "What? You got birds?" And she goes, "No, outside, Mom. It's the birds." I'm like, "You can hear them that loud outside?" She goes, "Well, the door's open." I go, "The door's open?" And she said, "Yeah, well, it was warmer outside than it was in the house, so I opened the door." And then she said, "Amaretto," and she showed me her on the ground laying there. She goes, "Amaretto really likes it. She's chirping at the birds, and she's laying in the sun there." And I'm like, "Oh, is the heat still off in your house?" Because they had issues. They're redoing their bathroom themselves. And then they were waiting for an electrician and a plumber for issues that came up. Anyway, and I said, "Oh, is that part of the house doesn't have heat?" She goes, "No, it's over 70 degrees outside, so it's just warmer out there than it is in the house. The heat works. It's just really nice out there." I'm like, "Oh, 70 degrees. How nice." All right. Evelyn is in Long Island. Another Gonzalez. We have two Gonzaleses in the house. Who knew? Evelyn Sierra Gonzalez. All right. Raiders Ma, number 42 in the hitting the like button. Thank you for hitting the like button. Trish Kearns, did I say hi to you, Trish? Just in case I didn't. Sam Stewart, I know I saw you. Tracy, hi. Tracy's Fractured History and More is in the house. Valerie Cirilli. Hello. Number 31, hitting the like button. Valerie Cirilli. I don't think I've said hi to you before, Valerie. Hello. Peach is here. Hi, Peach. Vixen's in the house. Central Texas. Oh, I bet the weather's lovely there. All right. That's all right. I'll be laughing come July and August. Mama Squirrel says, Kody is sporting that spongy beer belly. It is it's the gift that keeps on giving. It really is. I just hope he isn't aware of the fact that we're pointing it out. That way it'll just keep growing for us. And he'll just keep saying how he has six-pack abs. Little Pooh Bear belly. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Panda Unicorn is from Skirkind? Skirkind? It's not Scotland with a typo, is it? Because I know we have a lot of Scotlanders. I don't know where Scotland is. Let me know. All right. I'm going to start getting going here. Oh, here we go. Look, she corrected it. Scotland. Yeah, it was Scotland. Okay. Panda Unicorn. There's a lot of you in Scotland. You guys could have a Sister Friends get together at some point in Scotland. Seriously. There's a lot of you in Scotland. I mean, I don't know. You might be all over the country there as well, but all right. Okay, Lynn, leave it to TLC to make things difficult. Yeah, in terms of this like little break thing, and then not telling us when they're coming back either. What's that all about? We're doing a spring season. Now they've done that in the past because we're on season 19 right now, and this is the 15th year we've had. So 4 years in the past, we've had double up seasons. Not that many, but some. So it's not unprecedented, but it's certainly not the norm. They seem to be kind of in the middle, too. It seemed random when they had them. I don't know. Anyway. It burns my tongue. Okay. Okay. Question. Capital letters. Twyla. Am I the only one noticing that when Crybrows lies in this one, especially, she squints her eyes really tight while talking? Yeah. She squints her eyes. And what else does she do? I remember imitating her. I have to tell you guys, I've been really, really busy. Mondays and Tuesdays are the worst days for me. I hate that the show comes on at 10 o'clock at night on Sunday nights. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. If it came on Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock, it'd be amazing. Because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, pretty empty. Not a lot going on. Mondays and Tuesdays are packed. I've been gone all day today, all day. There were a few things I wanted to do to get together for you guys ahead of time. I didn't get around to it because by the time I got back, it was either eat or get those things together. And I hadn't eaten all day. So I chose food. And then my videos just come out later in the week because of it. I just can't get around to it. And Wednesdays are just a long day of work. It's just, yeah, it's not ideal. Okay. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I'm trying to remember what I said late. I went until I didn't get to bed till almost 3 a.m. Monday morning. I mean, that plays into it as well. After recording my reaction. What was she doing? Oh, she's doing this thing. She was doing she does that with her mouth and kind of goes, and she's always lying when she does that. The thing is, I can't remember exactly the last couple times she did it. Otherwise, I will splice them into the video. So if any of you know, shoot me an email because I may not catch it if it gets posted under comments in time. But if you remember, I'm like, oh, I'll just put in there also. And then I'm like, I probably wouldn't be able, because off the top of my head, I can't remember, but I know there's a couple times where she does that over exaggerated frown with big eyes and her hands going like, oh, I don't know, big, I don't know, when she absolutely knows. And it's her way of acting. Speaking of acting, this episode, the worst. Acting like she has no idea what's going on. I can't even remember the scene right now because, as I said, I haven't gotten too far into the editing. Yeah. Marty, number 54 and the like. Let's go ahead, since we're talking about it. If Robyn's lips are moving, she's lying. That's truth. Yes. Hi, Beverly. Good to see you. Since we're talking about acting, let's go ahead and jump right into the Aurora, Robyn, Kody scene. Oh, my word. I had never seen such bad acting on a show. And I know we were talking about it before in terms of, I didn't go in too hard on them because I thought, well, I mean, they all kind of talk sort of weird. So I didn't want to just overtly say, this is full. I mean, I guess I kind of did. I was pretty hard on them. But I guess in my head, it was worse. I was thinking worse things than what I put on the video. Because I remember intentionally pulling back, thinking, this is just how they talk, possibly. And then maybe they're nervous with the cameras there, even though they've been there for the past 10 years of their lives or whatever. So maybe I'll pull back a little bit. But I remember in the last scene thinking it was terrible acting too. I can't remember. Was that just the Jenga one? No, I feel like there was something in between. At any rate, everything with this nuclear family here, everything with Robyn, Kody, and the girls feels rehearsed and scripted, and thus acted by people who have no acting skills. And so it becomes very uncomfortable to watch. Well, this one was at a whole nother level because her walking in and going, oh, Are you both in here? With, and I put this in the video, full caked on makeup. Full makeup, big ringlet hair. She doesn't wear her hair like that every day, tell me. And Robyn, the same thing. Full makeup. Robyn's eyelashes sticking out this far when you're trying to talk to her. Like, you can't get within 3 feet of her or you'll get whacked in the face. I'm like, stage makeup, stage eyelashes. Like, someone in the theater department did her makeup, not just a normal makeup artist. It's like somebody who truly works on stage performances, because that's a whole different level of makeup. That's what Robyn is wearing. It's ridiculous. And she like turns around and I look at her and I'm just like, this is not what you look like on the daily basis. It is not. And I will say that Mary Janelle and Christine have also, in terms of makeup, moved into the world of makeup, but more so really in their interviews, in their couch interviews, they get dressed up. Fine. I have no problem with that. I mean, still, the whole eyelash thing is really distracting to me when it comes to Robyn. But fine. But when you're trying to portray yourself as just the everyday mom who happens to be walking through the kitchen and running into Kody and having a little banter that's natural, and your daughter just happens to walk through and has a topic of conversation, and you're going to look like that? No. Not buying it for a second. No. Sorry. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Not for a second. And if you watch the other ones, Christine's not wearing any makeup. Janelle's not wearing any. They still look natural and normal, which is what I've said before in the past. One of the reasons I was really attracted to the show, because from jump on the other shows, most reality TV is about, look how much money we have and look how our lives are. And they always say that the appeal to people is that they want to live that life too. And so you kind of see what it's like living life on the other side. I don't know. I don't find that. Like, I've never like looked at it and said, wow, I wish I had that ring, or I wish I had that house. To me, it just seems like it's just a different world. Like, I don't long for it or try for it or want to achieve it. I'm very happy. Live in middle America. I have everything I need. Plus, I have wants as well. Like, I feel like they're all very unhappy and they're constantly trying to get more and more and more and more and more. And it's never enough. And I think that would be exhausting and very sad. I don't see it as a life that I want to have. Amongst all my friends, we're very happy to go to the local winery and just hang out at night and have a cheese board with whatever the wine of the month is, and be very happy with it. Just different life. So I never really identified with those other shows. Then Sister Wives comes along, and none of them ever had any makeup on. None of them really seemed to care too much about what they were wearing on any given day. They clearly didn't go through hairdressers to get everything done ahead of time. They looked just like normal people do in America on any given day, trying to keep it together when you have a whole bunch of kids. What we all look like when we have a bunch of kids and we're just trying to get through the day. That I related to, and that's why I kept watching. But I think partly because when they got frazzled, I was just like, okay, thank you. Because I have half as many kids as you do, Christine. So please tell me you're going to be frazzled a little bit. Because I'm frazzled with 3. All right. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, Katrina, we have a new member in the house. How come it won't show? There it is. Hi, Katrina. Thanks for joining. Welcome, new member. Oh, I think the star is shining. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments. I don't have any idea where to begin. Jump in. Okay. Oh, somebody's talking about bow legs. Marie. Krusty's bow legs. Yeah. Which is also a sign of really bad knees. If you need a knee replacement, your leg becomes bow-legged. After the knee replacement, it goes straight again. Did you know that? Didn't know. My husband had a knee replacement last summer. And I was like, your leg's straight. How'd that happen? I don't know. I just figured he was getting bow-legged just because he was older, and I don't know. I don't even know. I had no idea, because he doesn't go to doctors and he doesn't like medical stuff, and I can't draw attention to anything like that. So like, it had to be a conversation this quick and then we had to move on, because I'm like, he's never going to go to see somebody have anything to do with it. But then afterwards, I'm like, look at you. I think you just gained another inch or two on your height. So that could be, he might need a knee replacement. And I don't know if he's going to get it done. I wonder if he's in any pain. He squirms. I bet he won't. He squirms at piercing of ears and tattoos. He can't look at it. Do you think this man's going to go under the knife and have them replace his knee? I bet that also came into play with Isabel too. I don't think he does really well with blood and that kind of stuff, needles and whatnot. So to do it on his own body himself, I think we're going to see him getting more and more bow-legged if it is that he needs, if his knees are bad. Okay. Okay. That Mama Squirrel, they can rehearse until the cows come home. They will still suck. That was the most awkward moment in television. Hi, you still here? Oh, hi, Aurora. Are you here? Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about something. And then Kody, oh, you want to talk to us about something? Okay. And then Kody says, I'm going to lean over the counter now. I wonder if he said ahead of time, I'm going to lean over the counter and then you can start talking to me. And she didn't start. So he said, I'm going to lean over the counter now to clue her in. She's supposed to start talking at that point. I don't know. It's so ridiculous. That whole thing was so ridiculous. I can't believe it. I can't believe she was asking for permission to get baptized. Oh, first they have to ask for permission to go to church. Now they have to ask for permission to get baptized. They're still in their 20s, actually older than they were when they started going. It's just so sad to me. I don't know. Okay. It looks like a chore for the girls to be on camera. Yeah, I don't think they like it, but we could go back. I could pull the tape and show you that last season I said, mark my words, Aurora and Brianna on tape this year, because they had to have content. They had to have content. And my suspicion, I don't know this to be true, my suspicion was that Kody and this could be true, Kody and Robyn negotiated something with TLC that every time those girls were on camera or spoke on camera, that there's some sort of stipend involved with it so that the family got more money. Yep. Okay. When Aurora can get baptized without Kody and Robyn being there, but she wants Kody to participate. That made me sick. I actually got to a moment in that scene that I thought, okay, this is nice here. Just this right in this moment. Because I felt like Aurora was actually educating Robyn and Kody when they were being like, you're getting baptized into the church. Like, no. You don't get baptized into the church. You get baptized. That was your AUB faith. This is just about, in America, we just need to get rid of all religions. Can we just get rid of all religions and everyone can just have relationships with God? Can we just keep it simple? Just have a building called a church and everyone just walks in and then all the doctrine goes out and we just preach right from the Bible. Keep it simple. So making it all complicated and coming up with everything, they're falling back into their kind of misinformation, or is this part of the whole script and acting? Because how dumb do you have to be if your show is based on a faith and you're representing this faith that is apparently a division of the Christian faith, and that you could be on this show for 15 years and not have taken any time to look into what the bulk of Christian faiths believe. That like, okay, you understand yours is a tiny little culty sect of it, but what does the general consensus of other faiths believe? They acted like they had no idea what this meant, the whole baptism thing. So Aurora educated them. And she's like, no, it has nothing to do with the church. They don't care if I'm a member of the church. You don't have to be a member of the church to be baptized. It has nothing to do with that. You can be baptized, not be a member of the church. You can be a member of the church and not be baptized. Like they're separate. They're two separate entities. I just want to be baptized. It's about my relationship with God and Jesus. Oh, okay. Well, that's what we always wanted for you. I'm like, oh, okay. So like, it was that moment of, okay, we are shedding away all of the dogma that we believed in our whole life, and we're getting rid of it all. And I mean, I should know better, but like for a brief moment, I thought, well, this is really nice. Like this show's actually making progress in terms of showing the opening of someone's mind and realizing you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater too. Like, wow, our religion was bad. Therefore, all religion is bad. Jesus is rotten. Throw out the Bible. It's you can detangle what was wrong about where you were and look into the details of it. So I thought this was really sweet. And then she asks Kody, will you participate in baptizing me? And I'm like, why would you want Kody, of all people, to be up there doing that? Oh, Aurora, 3 steps back. You just took 3 steps back. And did you see him puff up? Like it looked like he was just like his chest started puffing up and he's like, what? They're all right with that? Like they're okay with like my credentials and everything. Credentials. He's just like, it's like you could tell he was just like, I'm going places. Like, oh, so they recognize that I'm so spiritual that I'm qualified enough to do this. And it's just like, oh. And I truly, truly in that moment thought he was literally just going to be standing there. I thought he was just going to be standing there. I've seen a lot of baptisms, and usually it's just the pastor and the person that's getting baptized, or even two pastors with the person that's getting baptized. But occasionally there's not a name for it. Like, I guess it would be equivalent to a sponsor to like an infant baptism. But it's somebody who stands by you just because you want them there, just because they're such a significant person in your life, usually in your spiritual journey. Like the last time there was a baptism in our church, because beforehand they talk about why they want to be baptized, each person before they get baptized, and then the music plays, and then it all just kind of happens on its own. But beforehand, they'll go through and each person will share why. And there was this guy who was big, tattooed Harley Davidson, lived a rough life and all of that, and in jail, met another guy, and dedicated his life to Christ, turned his whole life around, and eventually got married, and is living has a 9 to 5, and turned his life around, completely turned his life around. No drugs, no drinking, goes to church each Sunday morning. So the man who was in jail with him also at the time, who witnessed to him, who also converted, I guess, in jail as well, was up there with them. And it was really kind of emotional to see it, these men, so emotional at the time. And so like, that's what I was thinking of. Like, all the guy did was just put his hand on his shoulder. Like, it was just, I'm here for you, man, like, I'm proud of you, or I'm here for you, whatever the sentiment may be. But it was just sort of, that's it. He wasn't involved in the actual baptizing part of it. The pastor was doing that. That's what I thought Kody was going to do. And then some of the members on the Sunday Night Live said that they saw a video or photos of it, and that Kody was actually participating in the actual baptizing and the dunking of Aurora. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not so happy. Just my opinion. I feel like the two of them needed to stand in the back corner of that church and just look and watch. That's what they needed to do. He didn't need to be a part of it. He doesn't need anything to stroke his ego to begin with. And he needs to learn. He needs to be a sponge. Okay. Robyn's girls are like programmed like a computer. Yeah. Kimberly. Come on, Kimberly. Won't show up. Why won't it show up? There we go. I was going to say, Kimberly, did you swear? It won't show up. That scene gave me the creeps. He hugged her too long. That said something like, aren't you going to hug your mom? I think the baptism request is to keep one foot in their old church. That's a really good point. The fact that this could all be Robyn orchestrated. Robyn could have said to Aurora, don't you think it would be nice if you asked Dad to participate in it and have him be an active participant in it? Because he used to do that? I don't know if he used to do it, because they asked him to be in leadership, but he wasn't, because he wouldn't cut those curly ringlets. Those big girls. At any rate, if he were to baptize her there, it could be like, well, Kody's really still, he's not part of the AUB church, but since he's not part of any other church, they could say he's really still representing the AUB by also being there with her. So Aurora's not really walking away from the AUB faith. It was sort of a joint venture. That could be. Wouldn't it be sick if Robyn was doing all of this just for the show, just to keep the show going, actually using the church and God to push forward the agenda of sister wives so that she can continue to get more money. Like, yeah, if we don't have sister wives and we're not part of the AUB faith, there's not going to be a show. So why don't, if you want to be baptized, we want to have dad do with it. And then we'll start talking about how it's kind of, you're sort of in both now, because now you've been baptized in both faiths, because they were baptized in AUB. Now, Solomon has not been, nor neither has Ari. So how much does she care, really, about the AUB? Truly's only a year older than Solomon. But Solomon and Ari have not been baptized in the AUB faith, according to McKelty on her Patreon. She said they have not. But the older kids have. So that can be a storyline for them, that they can use this. I mean, I don't know how interesting of a storyline it is, but maybe it's a storyline. I don't know. What I said in my video when I was recording it is just watching that family is so boring. They're just boring people. I hate to say it, but they are. And that scene was ridiculous. Okay. Kathy says, hi Kathy, we can't watch another 2 seasons of this at all. Free Janelle and Christine, give them their own show. Yes, with the kids. We need the kids. Christine and Janelle alone, I don't think they can hold it, quite frankly. I don't think they're interesting enough. I hate to say that, but it's true. As much as I hate to say it, the drama of Robyn and Kody kept the show going. But I would give that up in a heartbeat to just follow what all the kids are doing now. I am fascinated by that. I am so interested in it. Can't wait. I would love that, especially if they could talk all of them into doing it. If we could get everyone, if we could get Leon, all of the kids, they wouldn't have to do much. There's 12 of them, right? Well, Truly's young. She probably wouldn't be. So there would be 11 storylines that they could follow. That's a lot of storylines. They do not have to do much filming at all to do like catch up on their lives. That would be great. And then Christine and Janelle as well. But wow. That would be good. I would love it. Oh, goodness. Okay. Christine is definitely wearing makeup. Like, I don't know. Was she wearing makeup like in the truck when they were driving to North Carolina? I'd have to go back and look. I mean, in her interviews, 100%, like way too much. Way too much. But I don't know if she is all the time. Like when they were packing up the truck to go down to, I don't think she had any makeup on when they were packing up that truck to go down to Moab. Or barely any if she did. Like just normal makeup. Like normal people would wear makeup. Not all this, not the kind of makeup she wears in her interviews, for sure. And Janelle wears a lot in her interviews too, but in her everyday, day-to-day stuff, generally Janelle doesn't. She may have, when she was at Maddie's house, she may have had more on than she usually does, but not the full. Yeah, Christine wears way too much. Christine in her interviews is looking like Robyn looks like in her interviews and her everyday in this season for some reason. Okay. All right, Kathy, we'll wait for you. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot Mary. I wouldn't mind having Mary in the spin-off as well. In fact, I prefer to have Mary in the spin-off because nothing would bother Robyn and Kody more than to have all three of the OG3 in a spin-off series. Oh, and their kids monetizing off of it. So everybody's making money. And then her and her kids are not. Oh gosh, priceless, I tell ya. Love it. Oh, they got the Baldwin thing. Last time I asked you guys about it, majority of you said nothings. How are you feeling now? Sharon thinks that Janelle looks so much better without makeup. I think Christine does too. I think they all do. Who tells them to put that much makeup on? Lisa Dispatcher, Badass Smith. Yes. I can't remember all the details of that now. I was watching some interviews with because his daughter, Savannah, was doing a podcast for a while after he went into prison. And so I was kind of following that. And then I ran out of time in the week to keep up with it. Cindy from Oz. Hello. How come I can't click this? Click, click, click. It's not showing. Why is it not showing? Let me try this way. Nope. Okay, I'm going to read it and then I'm going to find it in the chat and I'll click on it so it comes on the screen. Cindy from Oz sent a $7.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Cindy. And it says, I hoped Robyn and Kody enjoy being the most hated couple on TV. I think they are. I think you're right on that one. Robyn got her fame, but the wrong kind. Famous homewrecker. And Cody's just a loser. Yeah. Bozo the head, Kody. All right. When I come across your thing, I'm going to click on it when I get in there because it won't open up in here for some reason. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. But you're absolutely right. She wanted to be famous. She's famous. Not the kind of famous she wanted, but she got famous. Be careful what you wish for. That's what they say. You might get it. Peach said, I don't envy any of these people except for maybe Isabel's hair. That would be great. Isabel has great hair. Yeah. Aspen has good hair too, right? They all those, well, McKelty's hair is pretty fried, but Isabel and Aspen both had that shiny, silky, long, very pretty hair. Teresa Skinner said she made the family feel useful by giving them a missionary purpose. Paid my bills. Tracy's Fractured History More. I cannot wait until Christine's book comes out. Yes, I have ordered it and I shall receive it if Amazon is on time. I have Prime. And I was going to do the Kindle version, so I made sure I got it on day one. But they say the hard book will be delivered on the same day. So I ordered the hard copy, and we will be going through it on this channel. I'm not sure exactly what it's all going to look like. And I want to be respectful of Christine's pocketbook, too, as well as copyright laws and restrictions. I feel like there was a little bit more leniency with the other book because it was over a decade old. And the copy I got, they already pulled off the library shelves. That's how old it was. So there wasn't a whole lot of concern about that one. So we'll see. We'll see how it's going to look. I definitely am going to go over it. I hope to. Coming out at the worst possible time, Christine. Why would you release it right when the new season is starting? Why won't you release it before the season is starting? Why? I want to focus on the season when the season's here. I want to focus on your book. Christine, dumb, 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 dumb. It should have been August, not September. Anyway, maybe it's just me. It's also when the school year begins, speech therapy begins again. Like, it's a lot going on in September. Because, and I say that because I really want to do a chapter every night. I don't want to do a chapter every week like we did with this one because I was so old. There was no rush. Whereas this one, as soon as we get it, we're going to want to get through it as soon as possible because she's going to start doing interviews places. People are going to start talking about it online. So we need to get through it all. So I have to figure out how I'm going to do it. I have a feeling the way I did the other one, I might still do behind the paywall because I think I can get by that with copyright. I think. I'll probably put it because the small, We'll see. We'll see how that goes. That I might do that, but that's in addition. I'm still going to do it on the channel starting the day I get it every night, another chapter. If nothing else, I will have read it first. And then I'm going to do like a paraphrase, if you will, of every paragraph and go through it. And I will quote read anything that's of significance. It's very important that it's read exactly that way. And that's to be respectful of Christine as well as to be respectful of the publishers and then also YouTube and their copyright stuff. And also to not get my channel taken down or my videos demonetized. So I think that's what we'll do. That's my plan. And then I was talking to the SOS exclusive level on Sunday night about it too. And I'm like, I might do another thing here separate. Just to let you all know as well, because I just don't want it to be completely on the down low, but and do a little bit more reading of it. But I think because there's so few people there, it would be under the radar. Okay. All right. Let me catch up here. So, but the book, right. Let's talk about the book for a second. I'll be honest, I'm not excited about it. I'm not looking forward to it. I do not think it's going to be good. I'm going to read to you. I'll pull it up. I'll read to you like the description of what it's about. And here's another reason why I'm not that excited. She's got a freaking lawsuit going on right now. She's not going to be dishing any dirt at this point. She wants to get as much as she can out of the lawsuit. She's going to be hanging back, keeping sweet, being nice. I don't. Oh, isn't that funny? Her old book came up. Let me put Woolly in there because I know it's 2 L's. There you go. There's no cover for it yet. Okay, I'm going to read to you guys what it says and then tell me what you think. Okay, here's the description of the book. From TLC's Sister Wives, star Christine Brown Woolley, a groundbreaking and heartful memoir about living in a family like no other and finding the strength to leave Mormonism and the only life she's known behind. Christine Brown Woolley has always dreamed of having a picture-perfect family, beautiful children, an adoring husband, and of course, a sisterhood of wives to share with him. Raised in Utah by practicing polygamists, Christine knew her life was less than normal, But that didn't stop her from loving the full house of her childhood any less. Becoming Kody Brown's third wife in 1994, Christine finally found the big, happy family she had hoped for. When TLC's hit show Sister Wives premiered in 2010, Christine knew it was her chance to shine a light on the brighter side of polygamy, the helping hands, the lively discussions, and their unmatched devotion to each other. But the cameras also revealed a much darker truth. Now, in this candid tell all, Christine shares for the first time the journey that led her away from the Mormon church and the bold path she is carving to live apart from all she has ever known. Moving, genuine, and insightful. This is a uniquely powerful tour de force of Christine's journey toward and beyond her time in the spotlight as a sister wife. That does not read juicy tell-all to me at all. That reads Christine Fluff piece. Let me tell you more about my journey of breaking free and becoming independent, like that I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar book, which is good and nice. Okay. I mean, yay, but it's not what I want. I want Mary's book is what I want. Mary she's been there from the very beginning and she knows it all. Although I do believe Janelle would write a really good book too, because Gabe, Maddie, and Hunter, I think, would all really push her to speak the real truth. Because there's my truth and there's your truth. And then there was sort of a polygamy truth. And there's my truth as of today. And there's my truth on the show. And, these truths the words become ambiguous in this family. But I believe Maddie, Hunter, Gabe, and sadly Garrison would have been in that same group, were very instrumental in encouraging their mother to stand up and break away and speak up for herself and become independent. And I don't think they let her write a fluff piece. I don't see any of Christine's kids that will prevent her from writing a fluff piece. Oh, quite frankly, on McKelty's Patreon, she had no idea Christine wrote a book. So in the live, she's like, my mom's writing a book. And she was like, it's just one of those things that she goes, I've been writing a book for the past 5 years too, but have I written a sentence yet? No. She goes, so it's probably one of those things my mom's writing a book, but when will it come out? And then all of a sudden she's like, what do you mean it's and then all of a sudden she got her phone. She's like, oh my gosh, you can get it on Target. And she was freaking out online. She was reading the information and all that. She was like, I didn't believe she was doing it. She had no idea. She was literally putting pen to paper and writing a book this whole time. So obviously none of them, but I don't think any of them would have stopped her anyway, because they're all kind of Christine-y in her family. I mean, Peyton's probably the closest, but in the end, he's not gonna push. I feel like Christine's or Janelle's kids would push her to really stand up. I feel like Aspen is more, doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Truly's too young. McKelty wants to be the bridge between both sides of the family, so she's Switzerland. Isabel's just too sweet. She doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. She's just like Aspen. Peyton's just kind of off doing his own thing. I mean, I think he'd be happy if she spoke up, but I think he's just kind of removed himself from a lot of it all and just wants his mom to be happy and just kind of washed his hands of it all. So yeah, I don't know. Listen to me ramble on. Let me get back to the chat. I don't know. What do you guys think? But Mary if Mary had Jen there pushing her, and Jen knew all the story. I think Jen's just starting now to hear a lot of the stories. I don't think Mary has even told Jen a lot of the stories that she knows that she has in the vault, because she's kept them in the vault for so many years, for decades. I think she's just now getting to the point of realizing I can open this vault and my world isn't going to crumble. Kody can't do anything to me anymore. She's the one that I think has the most that she could share. And I think that if she could come out and share whatever this big deal is that is separating her from the rest of the family, and be open and honest and contrite and vulnerable about it and repentant, I think it would just move mountains, unless it throws somebody under the bus in the meantime. Like, obviously that wouldn't be good. I don't understand the secrecy behind that whole situation there. That would be nice. I mean, I get if other people don't want to say it because it looks bad on Mary and they don't want to besmirch her name. I get that. But if Mary's the one that's done something or said something, or however it went awry, and she was willing to fess up to it publicly and publicly apologize, because apparently she apologized in private, but I don't know if it was accepted. And I don't know how well it was delivered either. I'll be honest. I wasn't there. Anyway, listen to me go on and on and on and on. I feel like I'm recording a video for a... Let me get back to the chat. I got so much to say. Okay. Oh, and you guys are going to town. Look at this chat. Oh my God, there's a million. Okay, Sydney from Oz. Look, there's the... I found it so I can bring it up on the screen. There's your super chat. Thank you very much for that, Cindy. Okay. All right, whoa. Let's do it this way. Okay. Lynn says, Janelle's book would be wonderful if she really went for it and kept it honest. Yeah. And we're starting to really see that now, right? Like, we're just starting to see Janelle really come out and speak truth. Chakal. Christine has carried the show. No one else says anything. You know what? I can't argue with that. That is true up until as of late. Because I feel like we're not getting the full truth out of her. Now, it's possible it's because she is still dealing with a minor child and she wants to keep things copacetic with Kody. I don't know. Sydney from Oz said that that's probably Peyton. Peyton promised he would spill the tea when the show ended. Oh, well, that's good. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, that's true. Christine did say deadbeat dad while Janelle just sat there. That is true. That is true. Yeah, can't argue with that. We need to stop letting Kody run the show with chaos and lies. Agree. Gwen is a flip-flopper. Oh yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting because she's not on the show much. Gwen is Christine's. Yeah. Sometimes I think Gwen could be somebody who would spill all the tea, unless she's not. It just depends on whose back she has on whatever given week it is. She's a flip-flopper. Yeah. So she has the potential, though. She definitely does. She has the potential of being somebody who's just like, well, I'm just going to say it the way it is. But seeing that's very Christine and that's very Mykelti. So the three of them are very similar in that way. That Although Christine hasn't gone back on not really liking Kody. She hasn't gone back and said, "Oh, he is a good dad." Of course, nobody has really. Now that I think about it. Um, Super Tiffy Lynn. Hit the like for Jenny. Oh, thanks, Super Tiffy Lynn. Carla says Mary should have had Jen there. Yes. Long time ago. A long time ago, she should have. Some people don't like Jen. They think she's too intrusive in that. I think it's exactly what Mary needs. Mary needs her. And I said it in that last video, if you saw it. Mary might be relying on Jen right now, but I don't care. I don't care. She's been relying on the wrong people for so long that she needs to rely on the right person right now, because I think she needs to rely on somebody. I think she needs to work her way into independence, because yeah, she lived without a man in her house, but she still lived a life kind of emotionally dependent on him. Maybe not financially dependent on him or physically dependent on him, but she was emotionally trapped underneath him for all these years. And Robyn as well. Like, just, it was just a distorted, really messed up situation between the three of them. Poor thing. All right. Yes, OG Kids book would be great. Yes. I had a video about that. When was that? Right after Christine's wedding, I think. I had a video about whose book would you want to read if one of the OG kids would write a book. Whose would you want? Can't remember. I think at that point I said Payton's, because I felt like he would be the most honest. And I think that's still true. If he felt like his hands weren't tied, what the situation right now is, the kids are loyal to their parents, and they know if they say the wrong thing, because, we live in a cancel culture. If they say the wrong thing at some point, they don't want to be the one responsible for the show ending and then taking away the income from their parents or parent, or however it looks. I mean, nobody would want that kind of responsibility. So they're towing the line, basically, which is probably why I paid and then said, as soon as the show's over, I'm ready to sing. Oh, I love it. Based on how much he was talking in that 1 3-hour interview when he wasn't supposed to be talking, makes me think, okay, when he's ready to write a book or do an interview after this is over, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Okay. Yeah, Wendy's front yard. The fact that these kids have kept their lips sealed all these years shows how much they love their moms. Yeah. They're doing it for their parents. They're doing it for their parents. That's true. There was some deformed creature with yellow teeth running across the road near Coyote Pass, waving a celery and growl. It was good. Hunter would be good to write a book. Yeah. Hunter, the only thing with Hunter, though, is he was removed during the most traumatic years. He was at the Air Force Academy during COVID and pre-COVID, during that whole Kody meltdown period of time. So it would be good to get the whole growing up, what it was like living in the family. And then once the cameras came and all that, I think it was, I don't know if it was Gwen or Peyton or both of them, but in an interview a while ago, one or both of them were talking about how they liked it when the cameras were there because, their dad was nicer. Can you imagine? Look at what we've been watching. Makes you wonder what that household is like with Robyn and them, which is why I think those girls look like they're scared to death. I think they are scared to death. I think Kody goes flying off the handle right and left there. I think they're literally scared of him, but they don't have the emotional maturity to understand, I need to separate this. That's him. This is not a reflection of me. I think they're emotionally stunted, so they're taking it personally and they're trying to like make dad happy, and they're worried when he gets upset, and then they're always trying to please mom, and she's very hard to please, and she's extremely controlling, as we can see. And so, yeah, that's why everything they say and do is sort of like a, is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? They just have to get out. They have to get out. We need to like rescue them somehow. How can we get there? Here's my biggest fear. They're going to end up finding somebody to marry, and Kody's going to somehow convince them into staying on the property and living there. I mean, they had Maddie and Caleb. Yeah, Maddie and Caleb do it for a while. They were looking to save up their money, and so they lived in Janelle had a big 5-bedroom home, and at the time, I don't know who was all living there at the time. I think Hunter was gone. Maybe Hunter was the only one gone. But yeah, she was, they were staying there after the baby was born. So they lived in an apartment, I think, for a while, and then came back. And I don't know if it was just to help with the baby. I don't remember the specifics of it. And I'm not even sure if the show told us the specifics of it. But yeah, so that it would not be unusual, I think, in this family structure to have them come. I mean, it's very common in like Asian cultures and that too, that they would come together and the grandparents would help in raising and rearing the kids. And in this day and age, I'm surprised more just everyday American families aren't doing it, because there's so many more two-family homes or two-parent income homes that there's not a grandparent living in the home, or they're living with the grandparents for a period of time until they can just save up. Maybe because we live in a culture where nobody saves up money anymore. At any rate, I could see him talking him into it. No, save your money, come live here. And then manipulating the situation that they just never leave. And we'll make it better. We'll build a bigger house in the back of the property for you. Yeah. Okay. These people make me crazy. What could marry? Chickle. Well, I mean, she has the knowledge. It's a matter of, I feel like everything's in a vault and she just has to turn the key and open the door and let it all come out. She's waiting for permission. I don't know where or who or what, obviously from herself. Her therapist needs to do a little bit more work. Kimberly says, may have to wait for an NDA to expire. Mr. Robyn Brown seems to control so much in the tell-alls. Yeah, I hope with this new production team came new, well, this Isn't this the first of 3 years? Yeah. I think it was season 19, 20, and 21 was a 3-year contract, right? Let me know if I'm wrong. I think 19, 20, and 21 was a 3-year contract. Dear God, may they have negotiated, since for season 19 they did change up who the producers were. Still Puddle Monkey, but different producers. It's better. It's not great. There are times we want to bash Puddle Monkey on the head, but way better than it's been. Way better. So maybe we have seen them challenge a little bit more, and there's been a lot more come back again, put that same shirt on, and I'm going to ask you more questions because now I've talked to the other ones and I've gotten more information from them, and I want to take that information and go back and see what you have to say about it. So when they splice it all together, we have the back and forth conversation, which is why Robyn goes from no lipstick to pink lipstick to gray roots to dark roots to gray roots to dark, even though the blouse is the same the whole time. I don't know. She didn't understand the concept of continuity. Well, apparently there's no continuity director on the set either. Is there nobody who took a photograph of her and looked at it before they did this again? I don't know. Seems like a basic 101 thing you do, but at any rate. Oh, goodness. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Who cares? It's entertaining, really. Okay. Okay, this is interesting here, Dawn. Because I thought about this. I didn't put this in the, I didn't think about it Sunday night when I did the reaction video after I watched the show. But Dawn says, anyone feel like Kody is heading towards starting his own religion and becoming a guru? The fact, I felt like the light bulbs went off in his head when he's like, I can baptize? What? It's sort of like, oh, so doing another church without all these rules would be way easier. And I know my Bible and theology because, I'm going to challenge all of these. I wonder if he's going to do that with the pastor who's going to baptize Aurora. Challenge him and ask him questions about his Bible knowledge to make sure he's adequate and well-versed in scripture, appropriate enough to baptize his child. Yeah, I thought about the fact that I can see him going, I still love God, but I don't identify with the AUB church anymore and the LDS church either. So, now that I see what's going on here, I just think I'll do my own. Who would ever follow him? I just can't. It would be the smallest church in the world, but I could see him do it to keep the show going. I wonder if he would include polygamy as part of it. It would be polygamy optional, of course. It wouldn't be an actual tenet that anyone had to do. Although his faith, the AUB, is polygamy optional. It's not a requirement either. All right, Becky thinks Christine should write the book. Well, she is. She's never covered him with the Cloak of Charity. Well, she has. I mean, in the first 10 seasons, she covered him with the Cloak of Charity. She was always saying how fair he was with his time initially, how he needed to marry Robyn because he was in love with her, what a great father he was. When she was going through all that postpartum depression and all that stuff, she didn't say a word about it. As rotten as he was and not helping out, she never brought it up on the show. She she covered him with a cloak of charity. Now, she spoke up more than any of the other ones, which is why she was always my favorite. She was always my favorite until last season. And then Janelle, in the horse race, Janelle came ahead. She's ahead. She was a nose ahead last season. She's like a head ahead this season. But yeah, Christine led the race. She's always been my favorite because I feel like she spoke up the most. Janelle said not much of anything. It's not like she covered anything. She just didn't say much of anything. She was so quiet for so long. But yeah, Christine, I mean, I could put together a huge compilation video of kind of flat out lies that Christine told to preserve the family and make it look good, all the way down to the courting of other women and the inconsistencies in her stories about that. I have a couple of them where she told the same story, but told it very differently. And the timeline was very different. It didn't make sense. Yeah. You can tell she was just trying to protect people. She wasn't intending to be. It's different from Robyn. Robyn protects herself. It's self-interested, and they're blatant lies to protect herself and make herself look better. Christine's and Mary's and Janelle's were always to protect Kody or the family. But yeah, they're all coming off now, right, Sam Stewart? Yeah, the cloaks, they're all coming off now. I love it. Super Tiffy Lynn says Gwen can be bought. Apparently, it appears that car repair will get you far. I just saw Nicole McKelty. I watched her cover episode 19 from last week. I hadn't seen like the past few weeks, but I did watch her cover episode 19. That's how I found out about her not knowing about her mom's book, because it was during her watching that with Tony and then reacting to it in the live chat when people were asking her about her mom's book, that she was like, yeah, mom's, I mean, is she having a book? I don't know. They're like, no, here's the link. She's like, what? She was flabbergasted when she realized. She also didn't know Kody and Robyn sold their house. Hey, can you guys do me a favor and put in the chat the actual address of the house they bought? Because I think I might have the wrong address. I have an address that at one point I must have gotten from Reddit, because I don't know where else I would have gotten it from. And it's an LLC, but it's not in Alice's name. And it was like September 13th and 19th, something like that it was sold. And it matches the pictures that I saw online, but I think those are the wrong pictures. I think there's another house somewhere, because this is nothing to do with an LLC in Alice's name. These are other people. These are roofers that live down by Phoenix, Arizona, that have an LLC. So I need to, if you guys can do that for me, if anyone knows, or you can email it to me too, that'll work also. Because I just wanted to follow up and look into that, because something's not right about all of that. Did you notice that? I mean, I don't follow all of this. Okay, so this is not an investigative channel. I am not a reporter. I'm not interested in doing any of this stuff. But every now and then I'll start going down a rabbit hole. And I don't know a lot about LLCs, and I don't know how to look into all of them. I know every state is different, and some of them you can figure out who the owner of it is, and some of them you can only find out the managing people to it, not the owners. And sometimes you can find out the owner, but it can be operating in one state, but it was founded in another state. So there's so many logistics to it. That's a whole world I don't know anything about. I'm actually just in the process of now establishing an LLC. So eventually I'll figure out a little bit more about it, but I don't know a whole bunch. But in terms of real estate, That used to be my favorite, I don't know, I guess you could almost call it a hobby. That was my favorite side pastime, is just looking at real estate before we bought this current home. For like 2 or 3 years, every night I would just scroll through real estate. And I just loved it. Looking at all the different cities and comparing, and really, I mean, I knew what everything was worth by the time it was time to put an offer in and buy a house. Okay. So going on the county websites and all that and getting all the information and tax records and transfer records and all that, I was familiar with, at least in my state. So now it's different in other states. Now, I noticed that Kody and Robyn sold their house to somebody, to an LLC, of course, not to real people. So I looked into the LLC, and the LLC is established in Las Vegas. And I'm like, in Las Vegas, it's located, I look at the address of it, it's in this condo that's located 17 minutes south of their home that they lived in, their homes, the little cul-de-sac they lived in. 17 minutes south of there, there's another condo development. And in that condo development, the LLC is registered at this one condo there. So then I just put the address of the condo into the county records, and it gave me the name of 2 guys. So I looked up the name of 2 guys. They own a house back in Arizona by Phoenix. I thought they were married, but they're both listed as single. His name is single and the other guy's name is single. So they're either brothers or maybe father and son, possibly cousins. One's a lawyer and the other one isn't. Isn't that weird? So they sold it. What are the odds that the people who bought their house bought it through an LLC established back in Las Vegas that was really close to? It always, see, like, here's me thinking, did they ever really sell it? Is this all like, I don't know. I'm not going to go down their whole rabbit hole. Okay. My mind started going crazy, especially when I looked up the other property and I found that LLC, because everyone's like, oh, the other LLC is in Alice's name. And then I looked it up, and from the address that I had, it was not in Alice's name. It was in this other couple's name. The guy's a roofer down in the Phoenix area. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with Alice. So then my brain was going nuts and I couldn't go to sleep. And some of the people on the live, we were there until like 12:45 on Sunday night. I was up so late doing my recording. It's crazy. Okay. So anything you guys know, let me know, because I feel like I want to get it straight now. Okay. All right. Oh, there's so much in the chat. Let me catch up. Hi, Miss Indes. I see you joined the chat. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Peggy, Berna, Indie Girl. Oh, I'm so far behind. Okay. Mama Alice getting a piece of the pie. Yeah, I heard also that he's the one that sold the property. To the LLC that's like DHFL. Of course, the LLC is also, it's not like the Brown family LLC or the Studer family LLC. It's the DHLH. I'm like, well, who's hiding what? To hide money. Yeah, like something's not right. Oh, see, now this, I think, is a different address than I had. That's the address that we have for them. Okay. I wonder if I can highlight that. I don't know if it'll let me. I'm going to write that down. Thank you, Joni. I won't do it while I'm on here with you guys, but I'll have another rabbit hole to go down today to figure this out. I do enjoy real estate. My daughter's interviewing for Zillow. Although I don't think she's going to take it because I think she's going to get offered another job at another place before they even get to the second round of the Zillow stuff. And I feel like she's not going to look a gift horse in the mouth and she's going to just take the other job. I think she wants the Zillow one more, but she says no to the first one and then she doesn't get the Zillow one, she would kick herself. So okay, I wrote it down. Okay. Oh, she wrote, Kathy, that's not the address that I saw. Kathy, what address did you have? Let me go back. Oh, see, Kim, that's the address that I had. That's not the right address. That address went to an LLC. Was it the Nally family? I can't remember. It was a guy and a gal, a husband and a wife. And he's like some big roofer down in southern Arizona. They live in a big mansion down there because I looked up where the LLC was based out of, which is their home. And it's this big, huge mansion down in southern Arizona. So that's not the correct address, but this Oakwood Pines one might be. See, you saw the same Zillow or not Zillow, you saw the same Reddit I did. So I've been thinking the whole time that was it. Or I don't know where I saw it, quite frankly. Aw, Carla. CPA sister be proud of me for getting an LLC. Yeah, I have to get my ducks in a row this year. I really do. It's supposed to be my January New Year's resolution. We're on February 4th, so we'll get there. I got to do it before taxes. Oh, that's funny. This row is Spanish for hunting ground. Okay, but I don't think that's the property. That's not the property. That's not it. Kathy, see, Kathy, you thought the same thing I did. That's not it. That one, I'll show you. Wait. I'll show you guys. Because I took screenshots of, I don't know, that's the people who bought their other house. People who bought their house is DHFH LLC. You know what's crazy about that too? It's in Las Vegas, like I said, like 17 minutes south of their other house. There is another LLC in Las Vegas, DHF. Wait, one of the letters is different but looks similar. DHFE or something like that, LLC, and that one's out of business. But it went out of business like a few years back. Let's see here. Yeah, Nally Family Revocable Trust is who bought the one on Cazadero. And that was in September. And they're from Peoria, Arizona. And they have a beautiful, I'm assuming he's a roofer. I just looked up his name because the trust lists both their names on it. And I just looked up his name and it keeps showing on, when you just kind of do a Google search with the same city, it keeps showing this guy who owns a roofing company. And I'm like, well, it makes sense if he owns a whole roofing company that he would have such money as to buy another home, a second home. And it would make sense that if you lived by the airport essentially. I mean, it was a beautiful, huge mansion homes by it, but like if you lived kind of down around that area, that maybe you'd want this retreat up in Flagstaff to go to where there could be horses and whatnot. Yeah. And then that other parcel, their home, their actual home that they sold to the LLC in Vegas is owned by Steve White and Paul White. Each of them own 50% of it now, and they live in Tempe, Arizona. I mean, is this crazy, people? I mean, this is not what we were planning on talking about this evening, but I just feel like going around the mulberry bush, and I'm like, I just feel like nothing is straightforward. So, okay. I will, by next week, go looking into this Oakwood Pines property in Flagstaff and see what I can dig up there. And that would make more sense then, because I'm telling you, this other one, this Nally, they're the Nallies. I can't remember the names, but it's a husband and a wife, and it has nothing to do with Alice. Okay. Mama, you're so bad. You're going to go see it in Flagstaff soon? Tanya, you're going to drive by? Can you do a drive-by for us? I like the name Ruby Tuesday. Cats are good. They might make a cameo. The door's cracked. They can come and go if they want. It's still a little early. Okay. Good night. The Oakwood Pines address is owned by their Whitestone LLC. How many LLCs does this family own? Jiminy Christmas. How much money does he owe his lawyers? That's what I want to know. All right. Well, I will look into the Whitestone LLC. And this is the other thing that I want to know for all of you who live in Flagstaff. When was the last sighting of Kody and Robyn and the kids? Have we seen them living in this Oakwood Pines home? Has anyone seen them moving into it? Like, are they literally there? And have we seen them moving out of their current home? Although I'm sure they wanted to get out of that house. I did notice that they got the kind of, is it the mortgage or is it the title? Ugh, my head's swimming now. Anyway, the kind that if something's wrong with the property, that Kody and Robyn cannot be sued, which means they have a pretty decent lawyer, cannot be sued for anything that they find wrong with the property if it is something that was there from the point that Kody and Robyn bought the house or before. The only thing they can come back to them and sue them for is anything that they may have done to the property that would come up later on from the point they bought it on. Now, how you prove any of that kind of stuff, I don't know, but I can't remember the name of it. But I remember looking it up when I'm like, why do they have a different kind of, I don't remember what it was called, but I just thought, when I was reading through it, I just thought, well, that's pretty clever. They have a good lawyer. Yeah, Elsa, I thought, I mean, that could be a different LLC. I think they have a bunch of LLCs, quite frankly. And why wouldn't they? It's easier to hide money if you have lots of different places to disseminate it amongst, right? All right, let me get back to the episode. And I'm also going to change the names down below so that we can get our exclusive SOS and big supporters. I'll be showing below now. Okay. The Oakwood Pines address is owned by the Whitestone LLC. Okay. All right. So that's going to be on the thing. All right. And so then the Whitestone LLC, the ownership is shown as Alice. Is that what people are saying in terms of Alice? They have Alice as the name that owns it. Tracy, where's Chubbs? You know, what time is it? 8:41. Within 20 minutes, 9 o'clock is when they get their snack before they go to bed. So by 9 o'clock, usually by the time we are wrapping up, they're starting to meow and come in here. Also, I can hear my husband still awake. Sometimes he goes to bed early, but he still wasn't home when he was literally coming in the door. I could hear him coming in when we started going on live because after work, he went to the gym today. He tries to go every day, but it usually ends up being about every other day. So because he got home late, they're probably hanging out with him for a while. So they're occupied. Do you know that Liebrows was allowed to get all her belongings? The other 3 wives and kids couldn't. Verna, from where? All her belongings from where? And the other wives couldn't get it from where? Let me know. Let me know. What? Tina. Plot twist. Kody marries Robyn's mom. That'd be amazing. I mean, he would never do it, but it would be amazing. Oh, goodness, that's funny. Yeah, I saw that they were just recently in Vegas. I didn't see any kids again. I know they can never get away from the kids, according to the show. Again, more lies. Every time I see him in Vegas, the kids are never there. Oh, goodness. Yeah, her mom's name is Alice, Cindy, yeah. Oh, the deed shows Robyn Alice Brown. Alice is Robyn's middle name. No, it's Robyn and Baldy as owners. Robyn's middle name is Alice. Think I mixed that up. Sorry. She did something with the down payment. Oh, she did something with the down payment. She helped them with the down payment. Well, that doesn't surprise me because they blow through money right and left. They probably weren't able to do a down payment. I get that. Okay. So they're on the... Now that would be interesting, Peach, to have Fawn join the family. Now there's a show. TLC. Are you listening? There's a show. I think it's amazing how accurate a cat timer is. Absolutely. Those cats have saved me from my alarm not being set properly in the morning more than once. I'm like, why are you getting me up so early? And I look at the clock and go, oh, thank you. Candace wants to hire a PI and follow Kody in real time. I tell you, if I lived in Flagstaff, I would be tempted. If I was like dropping kids off at school and I had to wait a couple hours before preschool to be done or something, I'd be tempted to like kind of sip in my car, do some reading, follow along, see where they were going. Myra, he doesn't have to marry the mom. He can just visit on the weekend. Oh, goodness. That's so true. Oh, Miss Molly's mom. This is the one thing I want more than anything. Why did I swear I heard somebody said on one of these lives that they had heard that there was some forensic accountant out there that was willing to offer their services for free. I guess that wasn't true, because if that were true, it'd be going down. That's so sad. Aw, Sam. Take care. Okay, can we talk for a second about, no, maybe we don't want to, the fact that Kody still, to this day, thinks he looks like this. He-Man. Because he honestly thinks that what women want would be him in a towel flexing. Ooh. Barf. Even when he's like pretending, or when he does it in the mirror and they joke about, like, it's true, he does it in the mirror. I'm like, that's disgusting. If my husband would just stand there in the mirror flexing, I would be like, don't ever do that again. Don't be looking at yourself like that. No. No. I mean, if I would have seen him do that, I would have never married him if I would have known that he would stand there and look at himself like that in the mirror. But the fact that the man is continuing to do it 20 years later in his 50s, and that he would come out in a towel after a shower and think that that's a turn on. And what did he say? Who is that? That's my shoe. Dear God, Jenny, I just ate a pork sandwich. Oh, God. Yeah. A potato souffle. Everyone's dinner's coming out. Sorry, everybody. You know what? Before I said it on the video, when I recorded it, I said, everybody swallow anything you're eating before we go on. He thinks he looks like this. This is how delusional the man is. He thinks he looks like this. No, Kody, your body doesn't look like this. Your hair doesn't look like this. You do not look like this. Your angry face kind of looks like this. That's it. I don't know. He kind of has tiny hands like Kody. Although I think He-Man has a little bit bigger hands than Kody does. We can make him a little bit bow-legged too. There we go. There we go. Now it's looking more like Kody. We're getting there. We'll keep working on it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mental age of 14. That's right, Kath. Mental age of 14. Unbelievable. Oh, that's it. That's what he said, Teresa. Does this still turn you on? Did it ever? No. And if I was turned on and you were in the shower and I thought something good was going to come out and you came out and you said that, done. Goodbye. It's over. Next week, try again. Oh, that's my shoe. Well, he kind of has one. It's kind of like a little towel. We just got to get rid of his belt, but I think it's attached. I think it's attached to his little, maybe I can make him an actual, maybe I can get this off. I don't know if this is attached to his body or not. Maybe I can. I will look into it. Let me make myself a note. We need a towel for He-Man. It's pretty funny. Okay, I will look for one. I could tell this can come off of the top of him. This armor on the top can come off. We'll play around with that a little bit too. So the question is, does She-Ra like that? Or is she still playing the long game? When he comes out in his bow leg little towel and does his flexing and says, does this still turn you on? Does she go, yeah? Or does she think, God, how many more years do I have to keep faking this? Which one is it? I don't know. Oh my God, that's so funny. Raiders Ma. He-Man, Kody, what I ordered versus what I got on Temu. It's like the comment of the year. That's so good. That's so good. Oh, my niece over Christmas time started going down that rabbit hole and showing me a whole bunch of those because I was telling her that I'm like, I could be a content creator for Temu, but like they wanted like a 3 to 5 minute long video. I'm like, by the time I put that together, and it was only going to be for like $200 worth of product, and I'm like, you know how long it was going to take me to put that together? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe down the road it would have turned into something better, but like I just don't know if I have the time to invest in it in the meantime. And like I was just telling her, she's like, do you know about Temu? And I'm like, oh, just that people don't get in it. But then apparently there's another level of something, and I'm like, what is it, like the sweatshop thing? Is it like the Shein thing? She's like, no. And then she just kept saying, I won't tell you in case you're going to be doing something with them. So I was like, all right, don't tell me. Oh, Mama Squirrel. Nobody believes you shower. That's really kind of true. I mean, we see his hair care routine, but really, it doesn't look like it gets washed very often. Like, so we saw his routine when he washes it, but like, it doesn't look like that happens that often. And the teeth don't look like they get brushed very often. He looks, it's kind of like that pig pen kind of, like there's a stank that follows when he walks. Like, yeah, he doesn't strike me as a clean smelling man. Call me crazy. Words matter. Yes, you do. Not to Kody, but to the rest of us. Robyn is no She-Ra, that is true. Okay. Let me try to catch up. I feel like there's something in this episode I'm forgetting. I'm having so much fun talking to you guys in the chat here today that I am completely neglecting just going through the episode and talking about all the scenes. Well, there's a good question, Evelyn. This is a question that we'll never get an answer to, that they should ask in the tell all, tell nothing episode at the end of the season. How did you pay for 92% of said property? Which one of the 4 did you pay for? And how did you pay for 92% of it? Did any of that money come out of family funds? Or did you pay for it? Because if it came out of family funds, then you didn't really pay for it. He's so confused. That's true. Robyn doesn't do washing. And I don't know if they have a nanny anymore. And I bet the nanny was also doing housekeeping. Queen Bee thinks he looks. The smell that clings to Kody equals Robyn. He looks like one of those undead pirates on Pirates of the Caribbean. Denicia, what a pretty name. Denicia Rose. Long game, she thinks. All right. But I'm sure she's still waiting for a few more packages to arrive before she ditches them. Another purple blouse, painting, crystal sculpture, the Shush Precious Moments figurine. Yeah, once she collects all of those, then she'll be good. I was just at Goodwill today. And yeah, they had a few Precious Moments figurines there. They were $5.99. Speaking of Goodwill, you see my new little addition? I tucked the tag in. It still has the original tags on it, but it's a good size too. That's a good little thing. I was very proud of this. Isn't that nice? It's like velvety too. 99 cents. Can't beat it. It's stitched on. Yeah, it's got a little scarf. And then I got the you can't see it. There's a gray blanket that it matches the gray couch. You can't tell because the overhead light's off. But there's a really nice gray blanket that I got over there too. And that was 50% off. So I got that for $3.99. And they have tags on them now. Did I say Goodwill? Salvation Army. I always say Goodwill, but it's a really good Salvation Army. They have a tag on it that says it was all folded nice and like this has been sanitized. I mean, I always throw everything through the wash anyway, but since it specifically said this item has been sanitized before putting on the shelf and all that, I thought, oh, I'll throw it on my couch. All right, I had to share. I got some good things. Oh, you want to know the best thing I got? You guys aren't going to believe it. You're not going to believe the best thing I got. Now, typically, I don't get a lot of I don't get shoes unless they look like they're new-ish anyway, like almost not worn at the bottom, like worn enough like they maybe were worn a couple times and the inside look new and the soles look new, and because other people's feet are in, especially if it's something I'm going to be wearing socks. So there were some loafers that were exactly like the kind I wanted. I wanted some just with jeans, some loafers that were brown that I should go get them and show you. So I saw these brown loafers sitting there and I'm like, oh, those are the kind I want. And I'm like, shoot. And I wasn't looking to get them there. I just happened to be walking through because I was going through there to get to something else because I wasn't looking for any shoes. But I'm like, oh, those are cute. Those are the lengths I want. I'm like, no, because loafers, I would not have socks on. Although I usually do have those little booty things that you can't see on your feet, but still. So I went and I picked them up and they had these little buckles on them. I'm like, oh, those are cute. I like that. And I wonder, and I'm looking for the size on them. And as I'm looking for the size, I turn Prada. They were Prada. I went online and looked them up, and they were almost $2,000 shoes. And they fit me. I got them for $4.99. Yes, I did. $4.99. Although I have seen them on resale things online for like around $200. But still, originally, I'm telling you, I am the thrift shopper. I got this in my little. There was a really cute young girl who was like about, 28, 29 years old in the store. And she goes, I love your shirt. And she goes, I just love Hello Kitty. I go, thank you very much. I got it here at Salvation Army about 2 or 3 years ago. Oh, no, I got it in 2020 because I was gonna go to Universal Studios with, my kids, and we had to cancel it because of COVID, and, so it was gonna be my sweatshirt. Mhm. Yep. Hi, Myra, thanks for becoming a member. Thrift Queen, absolutely. I mean, if I went through and showed you the stuff, you would not believe. I did so good. It's been a long time though. It's been a good 3, 4, 6 months since I've gone. It's been a long time. I was due. Mm. Do you love my stories? Sometimes I feel bad telling them because I get so excited, but I don't know who to tell it to because my husband, all he hears is how much did you spend then? When I'm like, do you know how much I saved? He goes, when you say that, all I hear is, I go, my girls are gone. I haven't told him about the shoes yet. I can't wait. I got to take a picture and send it to him so I still can tell him. But oh, goodness. Fun. And they do look new. The Prada shoes do look new, but a little bit of the word Prada on the inside is worn off. See, that's what bothers me. Like if the word's not brand new on the inside, I normally wouldn't buy it. I mean, but it's Prada. And like I said, I'll have those little booty things on my feet anyway. And I'm sure there's some sort of spray I could spray to put in them. I got them. You're so jealous right now. You know what the key is, Teresa? You have to find a community that is like, it's not always like the wealthiest community. It's the community that has a lot of money, but they want to pretend to even have more. Does that make sense? I don't know if you know of such communities around. So, like, I know the city that's within 30 minutes of my house that are the people who wish they were the Kardashians, but they're not the Kardashians. Maybe not Kardashian, but um, they always want to one up. And we started, see, it's full circle. We kind of started this whole live stream talking about this, about wanting to be the ones, the one percenters or whatnot. So those who are yearning to always have more, who are willing to buy high-end expensive things, and when it's a new season, they ditch it because they have to have the newest Prada shoe and the newest Burberry coat and the new whatever Coach purse or whatnot, Tory Burch sandals. So though that's the perfect city to go to because they're the ones. Sometimes I feel like the people with a lot of money actually revert back and they don't feel the need to show it anymore. Does that make sense? It's that one tier down people. That's the community you go to and you find their Salvation Army because they'll just dump it off there and go buy something else. All right. I have other pillows too because I got like 8 pillows that all had brand new tags on them today. I don't know where they came from. I have a feeling like a home goods store or a TJ Maxx or something like that was just unloading inventory from another season. Okay. All right. Do you guys have Salvation Armies by you too? Because I just realized my daughter in Tennessee, she's like, there's no Salvation Armies by us. And it shocked me because we have tons of Salvation Armies by us, but Ohio has a lot of them. And I think it's based in Northern Ohio. And that's why. So in my mind, it was just Salvation Army and Goodwill were equal. And we just, I don't know, sort of just used Goodwill interchangeably. But then now I'm starting to find out that there are places that you can't even find a Salvation Army. And I was shocked to find that out. So this is a Salvation Army. And Salvation Army does things a little bit differently too, in terms of how they separate things out and what they carry in stores and what they would get rid of. Like there's no junk in the store. Like you don't have to worry about things with holes and I mean, occasionally you find it, but anyway. Okay, he paid 92% for one property, but his name is on all four. So really, Kody himself only paid 23% of the entire Kody pass out of his pocket. Yeah, there you go. That's true. That's right, Bear Girl. You got it. Now that's the right math. Oh gosh, you guys are talking about all your goodwill. I will. Okay, next time I come on, I'm going to show you another one of my good finds that I got. I'll bring something else that I got. This one made me really happy because it's still winter now, so I figured it'll fit. Really, you know what I was kind of getting it for? I got a bunch of from Temu, but they're all really nice. Different covers for the different seasons and holidays to put on pillows to have the couch behind me decorated for the different live streams. So I just wanted to get 18-inch pillows to put inside of it. And they weren't cheap just ordering them online, even through Temu. I was going to just get plain old white and they were expensive. And I'm like, oh, I'll find something at a Goodwill. It doesn't matter what's on the inside. And it's not like people are actually sleeping on it and that because, you know, you're using somebody else's stuff, but I'll throw it in the washing machine and the dryer. And they used to say with stuffed animals and that if you donate them to places, as long as you put them through the dryer on high, it killed all the germs. And that's how you could donate them then. But yeah, these all still had the tags on them. So I don't have to worry about the reusing of them all. Yeah, so they're cute. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, you do want to see? Okay, I will. I'll show you next time. Show and tell hour. There you go. Okay, we're not for a whole hour, but I will have one item next time to show you. All right, let me pull up my, not prepared, but I'll just pull up the next one. Quotes. And give you another one. Okay. Okay. I don't know who this person is. Shakti Gawain. These are those times in life where I probably totally embarrass myself and people are like, it's pronounced Shakti Gawain, and it's a really famous person who was a Nobel Prize winner. Duh, Jenny. Okay, I have no idea who this person is, but whoa, oh man. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll highlight it so I can put it in the chat. And the actual quote is, anything in life that we don't accept will simply make trouble for us until we make peace with it. There you go. Stop fighting it, basically. Make peace. Move on. There we go. I should get rid of that little X right there. Okay. There you go. Lovely. Well, this was a lot of fun for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I had a good time. Did we talk sister wives? Yeah, we did. It's like getting together with just girlfriends and just talking about life. I feel like I just went to the coffee shop with a bunch of friends and we just talked a little bit about everything. Talked about the property. We talked about Kody hiding stuff. We did talk about the show. Talked about the kids and the craziness of them. And then we also got in a little bit of how to find a good deal in life. That was just at the very end. Oh, you want to see the Prada shoes? Okay, I'll tell you what. I will I will bring the Prada shoes on the next live. I'll bring them on the next live so I don't have to leave and make everybody wait because it's late. Yes, thank you, Lynn, for keeping us all in line. She is the best moderator in the world. All right. Love my pillow covers. I have tons of pillow covers too. Tons. Now that a few of the pillows don't need covers, I'm like, oh, because I got pillow covers for, I think, everything like St. Patrick's Day and Easter and summer and you name it. I got a whole bunch of them the last time I placed an order. Okay. Louis Vuitton at Goodwill. She started ripping it apart. Oh, it's funny. I found such good things that I needed that like are things that I don't care about at all. But you know how when like there's just that one thing that you need? All of you who stayed to the very end, you get a sneak peek at the creme de la creme of what I got. It's something I've been meaning to get at Salvation Army or Goodwill for a long time. And then I totally forgot about it while I was there. I didn't plan on even going. My cart was so full. It was ridiculous. But it's by a Walmart. And I was picking up drinks at a Walmart, of which I have to look up the person who recommended the drinks that they had there because I got $35 worth of these drinks when I picked them up after I was doing another visit. I had them load my back of my car with them. I'm like, oh, I haven't been in Goodwill forever and I don't have to be anywhere. I was just going to edit all day today. I'll just stop in Goodwill for a minute. 2.5 hours later. And then I walked by and I saw something and I went, oh, that's what I wanted to get. And it's for all of you. Are you ready? It's a big picture. I'm so excited. I love it. I am going to get like a big label though and print on it the big picture. Because you have to have the proper, the spelling of it on there too. But I got a big picture. And I'm very excited. And it looked like a very nice big glass pitcher. In fact, the lady even went by when I had it on the top of my cart because I had all these pillows and clothes and everything. That she goes, be careful with that. That glass thing's going to fall. So it looks like it's glass, but it's not. It's plastic. Isn't that exciting? We have a big picture now to add to all our props. We have more props. We got Puddle Monkey. We've got Sacred Cow. We've got a big picture. We've got She-Ra and He-Man, who Kody and Robyn think they are. We've got Sunny and Cher. I mean, it's just, this is just amazing. It goes on and on. I'm going to have to like get a little shelf here or rearrange something and maybe have them behind me that I can access them or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yes. Oh, monkey in the big picture. Oh, yeah, I could have that too. It can be hanging out in there. There we go. There we go. Puddle monkey hanging out. Puddle monkey can see the big picture. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Kody's or Robyn's. It's hard to say right now. Hard to say. Love it. All right. In my bed. Thanks, Jenny. I needed that. You're welcome. My pleasure. I was so happy when I saw it on the bottom shelf as I was walking by. I was like, oh, I thought it was solid glass too, and I didn't care. It's like, I'm getting that thing. And then it was plastic. I'm like, oh, even better. Thank goodness. I didn't want a big heavy thing, but I was going to get it no matter what. Didn't even know what price it was. It was a white tag, 99 cents. Can't beat it. Love Salvation Army. All right, it's time to go. I'm going to sign off. Good night, sister friends. Chef's kiss to the big picture. Thank you, Candace. All right. Good night, everybody. It was good seeing you all. We will be here next Tuesday night. We will. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just chat with each other. But there will be, there's going to be content that's happening and things to be talking about. And if not, we'll just talk about all of them, and there will be content. So definitely. I know. Gloves in a tiny chainsaw. I know. That's true. Now that's going to be harder to find than the little towel. You're making it difficult for me now. Who is that? That was you're challenging me. I can get the little towel out, but I don't think I can go as far as to find tiny gloves. And chainsaw. Good night, everyone.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
Things that make you go,